Montana's run of offensive linemen to the National Football League is an impressive one, and the number 40 lineman on our MT Top 40 succeeded in that dream of making it to the pros. What started as an all-state career in Glendive led to All-American and Big Sky Conference champion efforts at Montana State, and he's still in the NFL to this day. The number 4 offensive lineman is Glendive's Mike Person.
At that point, Glendive didn't have real strong teams. Back in, again, we were probably some of the better teams in Class A at that point, between ourselves and of course Laurel and definitely Miles City and Sydney. So there were some really good teams in the Eastern A in those days. So he definitely, even on that team, he really stood out. He really stood out.
Person was a 3-time All-Conference selection for the Red Devils, twice earning Eastern A Offensive Lineman of the Year honors. As a junior and senior, he garnered all-state accolades and played in both the Shrine Game and Badlands Bowl, but it was at the next level, the trip to Montana State, that turned Mike Person into the player that fans know today.
You can definitely see a kid that's tall. I mean, he is tall. He wasn't super big at the time. He played on the line. We had very good teams when we played them back then, so we did neutralize them a little bit. And like you said, he was one that really developed into really one of MSU's finest players that they've ever had on the offensive line, and look what he's done in the NFL. And you never really, as your coach, and say, this kid's going to be an NFL kid or anything like that. But definitely a kid that just really looked the part, ran really well, and was just a fierce competitor.
Following a redshirt year with the Bobcats, Person became a starter in 2007, though an injury would cut his season short. The following year, he started all 12 games and was honorable mention All Big Sky, leading the Cats to the league's #1 rushing ranking. As a junior, he jumped to first-team All-Conference, but would save the best for last, first-team All-American honors and a Big Sky Conference championship with the Bobcats.
Mike's #1 ability was he just tried hard all the time, and he had one of those, as they always say, a motor that never stopped running. And he was one of those kids that was just going to get up and do it over and over again and make himself better. He had the size, but he got bigger, he got stronger. He just made himself a good football player each year. Sometimes kids get complacent with their abilities and where they're at, but that never happened to Mike, and I think he kind of knew in the back of his mind that, okay, I don't have all that natural ability a lot of other guys have. I got to make up for it with determination and hard work, and that's what he did, which my hat's off to him. He's done a great job and been able to stick, and those guys got to be willing to sacrifice. It's you're in this city one year, and the next year you're across the U.S. playing in a different city, and that, I think that takes a lot of just a lot of determination in order to stay that course.
Growing up, I was always kind of a 49ers/Dolphins fan. I kind of went away with the 49ers as I started to get older and just focus on the Dolphins, but now through and through 49ers.
In 2011, the San Francisco 49ers selected Person in the 7th round of the NFL draft.
It was a weight off my shoulders, for sure. I mean, it's one of the best feelings I've had ever. Just a stressful day, and then once the call came, I knew it was smooth sailings from here.
How hard has that been not to get too excited for the last couple of weeks?
It's tough, for sure. It's very tough. I just took it day by day and tried not to get too worked up, just minute by minute.
You heard from Person there. He started 14 games for the Atlanta Falcons in 2015, then played in 12, starting 4 of those with the Colts last season. He returned to the 49ers on a 1-year contract this May.
I just think it's a great tribute, to Mike to stick with it, and you just you think about all the hours and hours of practice and meetings and all that, and for a lot of guys, I think it comes a time where it's easier to walk away from the game than to keep at it. But he has never done that, and I don't think he ever will. I think I'm pretty sure he'll quit on his own terms, but it'll be because he feels that he's gone as far as he can go, and that's when he'll maybe not want to play anymore.
Number 5, Mike Person, Glendive, Montana State, and still in the National Football League right now as we count our way down to the number 1 offensive lineman in Montana's history. Richie Melby, MTN Sports.